Hello, anybody who's here, my mom, my family, anybody. If you found yourself here, I am happy. So this is my journey converting my 1982 GMC Frontier. She is 19 feet long, which is the perfect length if you are looking to move into a camper of any sort. I had kind of been playing with the idea for the past couple of years to renovate a van of some sort. And then with all of my free time with COVID, I started to really consider it. I moved home from the island to the interior of BC, and I'm close to my parents now. And I was like, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the summer. So I spent quite a lot of time looking on Kijiji, Craigslist, Marketplace, anywhere for some sort of vehicle. I didn't really know what I was looking for, but I knew when I saw it, I would know that was kind of what I was going for. And so with COVID, everyone and their mom and their grandma and their dog wants a camper because the borders are closed, you can't travel internationally, and we live in one of the most beautiful provinces in BC, so it's the best time to buy a camper and travel locally. So I was having a really hard time finding campers. And if you've ever looked for a camper, you will know that there's a lot of campers out there that just aren't gonna work. They're leaking, they're not running, a whole handful of issues. So one day I was nannying, and I was scrolling through Kijiji, and a couple had just posted this motorhome. And I contacted them, and I was like, I'm super interested, because I do that a lot. I'll just hit the little send thing where it says I'm super interested, just to see if they'll get back to me. And they were like, yeah, okay, for sure. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, they always really do answer, but I kind of knew that this might go further. It was a really good price, and it just sounded like it was a really good unit. So I called them later that evening, and I talked to the older gentleman, and he just seemed super real. There was nothing sketchy, just a really stand-up older guy. And so the next day I was like, I really want to do this. I contacted them, and they said, well, we have other people interested. And this vehicle was in Prince George, which is 16 hours away. And I was like, I'll put a damage deposit on it. And I'd been reaching out to possible people in Prince George that could even just go start it and see if it was running for me. And I didn't have any luck. And so I kind of just went with my gut and was like, I'll put a damage deposit on it. We'll see what happens, and I'll drive up tomorrow. So me and my dad make the 16-hour drive up to Prince George to go check out this motorhome. We get there on this big property, super nice older couple, and we start her, check her out, and that was that. So it came from an older couple who had originally bought it off of another older couple. So they just took amazing care of it. It was so babied. And I feel super lucky because it was such a good price. I don't think they asked enough, but they just wanted to see it have some new adventures, a new home. And so they'd replace the tires, the shocks, bunch of things before I even picked it up. So it was in beautiful condition to drive 16 hours back to the interior. So she has been parked at my parents' house for the past, 3 months. I got her May 29th. And so I have been going out once a week to work with my mom and dad, and I feel so grateful to have people who know what they're doing, and who have you know, renovated a house, and my dad is a carpenter, and if I was doing this by myself, it would look nowhere near what it looks like right now. My impatience would kick in and it would just be not the same. So we have been working every weekend for the past couple months, slowly but surely, to get this little home on wheels ready to head back to the island where I go to school, where I will be living in her full time. So I hope you enjoy this first part of renovating Fern, my motorhome. And yeah, I'm excited for all adventures to come. Okay, so today's job in Fern will be going over all the surfaces with TSP, which is like a grease dissolvent, just to get rid of any unwanted gunk, grease, anything left over on the old wood. Once that's done, I'm gonna go over all the little holes that are created from taking out screws and sanding them with one of these, so coarse or medium, just sanding off so they're nice and smooth, and then refilling those holes with paste, and then sanding again to make them nice and smooth. After that, go back over all the surfaces with TSP just to clean it up, and then I guess start taping, which is going to be a huge job, but super necessary for a clean, nice looking paint. I'm just kneeling below the counter. That's why I look so small. But yeah, super exciting to see it starting to get cleaned up. And I will show you what I'm doing. Back in Fern. This morning I worked on just finishing all the sanding, cleaning out all the dust, just so when the paint goes on, it's all smooth and clean. So from there, what else? Oh, went and got primer and some more tape and some rollers to roll out all the paint. And now I am just starting to tape Fern, which is gonna be a big job. So this is the start of taping. As you can see, just taking frog tape and taping all of the edges. So like in here is gonna be white, and this is not going white. So making sure that everything is taped off. And then we'll take some of this, and have to get way more and cover things like the stove so it doesn't get paint on it. Yeah. Okay, entering Fern food plate. So the whole thing, not the whole thing, but everything that's not going white is covered up. So like all of these are just windows, and stuff like the oven, stove, fridge, and we just put this, I just put this white sheet blocking up the drivers. But yeah, like doing all this kind of stuff is so much work. And then some of it just doesn't look good. It's gonna be dark in here, but like trying to like make all of this stick when it's like on the inside because it has a lip here. And so you're like trying to like stick it to the inside, but I don't know. It's a lot. But it's exciting.
We should take ourselves out for a date and go buy reading glasses. Maybe a walker. Some orthotics. Okay, let's have a hug picture. Oh, sorry.
I have some paint on my nose. But we just started spraying. Look at it! So this is just the white primer. And it's going on pretty nicely. It's a little bit patchy, but it's just the first coat, so. Hello. It's been another week since I have been here, but I'm here now. I'm so hot in here. I can't just sit still. Let's be a paintbrush. I am back and I'm doing the final coat, third coat of paint. That's just because when you spray something, it gives it like it's like a shiny gleam. So like there'll be some spots that are matte and then some spots that are like high gloss, just the way that spray and paint sets. So just going over the whole camper with a rolling pin just to give it that texture of rolling instead of the high gleam. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. It's like 32 degrees right now. And this trailer, all the windows obviously are blocked up. So it's like a sauna in here. I'm sweating. Definitely. I don't really know what to say. My head is just hot. But yeah, just running over everything. And then put the final coat on the cabinet drawers. And see what happens tomorrow. So I decided on a color. I just did like a little sneak preview if you saw that. I decided on a color for what I call the bedroom. I guess my clip before I showed you. Maybe if I put that in. But look at this wall. This wall looks super pink right now because the light's on it and it's also wet. But it's a dusty rose, which is one of my favorite colors, and it's gonna look so good with the green seating area and the natural curtains, and I just ordered some dark hardwood. So I'm so happy with it. So cute. Oh. But like I couldn't see. All the cars are pulled over on the side of the road, just like on the side of the highway. Like, oh my god. It doesn't even look that hard. But like, you can't drive. My poor little camper, she's the first mirror, or the only mirror, but the first door to be screwed on. My little closet. Hello. So exciting. All the cupboards are on, which means the hardware is going on. Okay, I'm gonna show you. This is really pretty. These are the cupboards. I just put one hardware knob on. They're kind of like a charcoal gray, like rock. How good everything looks with cupboards. Woo! So I just attached all of the handles and what are these called? I don't know, I've just been calling them hardware, but they keep the doors from moving when I'm driving. Then I also have these, which are so cute. I think I'm gonna change this out because I don't actually like it. I thought I would, but with the pink and the orange, I think it looks too much. So I'm gonna do wood on here. But look how cute these are. Little bees. I'm back in all my fun glory. It's been about 2 weeks since I've been here, but my flooring just came in, so I'm here to hopefully do the flooring today. I'm super hungover, so it's gonna be a battle, but I'm so excited to see the flooring in. Kind of having like second thoughts maybe about doing brown flooring and then pink walls, but I mean I can always change the wall color. It's super cheap to buy that paint, so just see how it looks. I got this really cute piece of art from my Nana, and she just sent me, and she's just hanging out. Look at just a little ceramic girl riding her bike. So cute. And then this is the flooring right here. It's like a fake, really thin vinyl type flooring that's in like a walnut brown. So, I'll keep you updated. Okay, so last time I was here, we had picked up the flooring and we spent the day cutting it, fitting it into the RV, and it looked so good, but then we didn't have time to glue it down. So I'm back a week later, as usual. Girl's got a life outside of my camper. So I just finished wiping down this whole floor and cleaning it, just so there's no rocks. Just so there's no rocks or dirt that'll raise the floor or make it wonky at all. Yeah. So next will be. Next will be putting this down. Let's see what she wants to show me. Devin.
Do you want to hold a honeybee? Why are you doing that?
I was filming.
Look how cute they are. They're boys. They're drones. And they don't have stingers.
Hello, here again, filming my intro and my outro at the exact same time because I don't know what I'm doing. But I hope that you enjoyed the first part of renovating Fern, my 82 GMC Frontier. She is not done yet, but she's almost there. So keep your eyes out for part 2.